Good afternoon, this is Quoile Castle, really a defended house, and we're down on the Coyle, River Quoile, down beside Downpatrick, and this is all the bump, our information board about this 17th century tower house. And this photograph is from 1900, now you can see windows there. It was built soon after 1600. Barges with 100 tons of cargo could navigate the Coyle up to this point. The river was so much wider than today and liable to flood. There was a murder hole, positioned as far from the water as possible. The Little Tower House, which is 3 stories and is rectangular in shape, may have been Captain Richard West, who settled in the area in the early 17th century. Members of the West family lived here well into the next century when the large windows in the upper room were inserted. And that is a very fine example of one of these defended houses. It has many gun loops. Tower houses are fortified private residences built in both the town and country. Fabulous example, this. And this is where we are. And that's the tower house, remains of. And there's a wee walkway beside the River Quoile, just across the road here. And this is Coyle countryside centre. And I've probably done a video of this before, but there's no harm in doing another one. I can't remember when I did it, but it's a long time ago. And there's your entrance. And it appears from looking in there that the centre is closed and has been closed for some time, but work continues outside. I mean, there are strawberries and nasturtiums and vegetables are all growing here. Teasels. I'm not sure what this is. I've seen quite a few about. There's a couple more notice boards I want to get in because, oh, there's a tortoise shell. We're just beside the Coyle wetlands. And welcome to, this is where we are, beside the Coyle pondage. And there's otters down here too. There's quite a stretch of water here. And there's a pathway on this southern side, going out quite a distance. Absolutely fabulous place. And the added bonus is that there's disabled toilets open, and they've always been open at any time I have been here. But they're hidden away and you wouldn't know that they're here. Always good to have toilets about the place. And obviously this defended tower house has, been refurbished over it, or else it probably would have fallen down. And we're just walking about the pathways here, and we've just noticed these flowers here. And there's my hand beside that, and they're like, as Tanya said, I mean, they're a bulb, and there's more coming here in front of these geraniums that are trying to block out the light for them, and they're like giant crocuses, and they're spectacular. I'd love to have these in my garden, our garden. Walk around just along the river here. It's like a secret garden, this. It's brilliant. National Trust. There's a plaque beside this tree. What does it say? Planted in memory of Michael McAleese, Ranger 86 to 96. It's not nice. And this is just a wee offshoot off the Quoile. And I'm sure there's kingfishers and otters and dippers and everything fly up and down this. And we'll go for a wee dander along the shore of the Coyle. And this is where we're having our wee walk.
And I want to go up and get to the castle.
And we're about here, so you can walk on down here.
Watch out!
I don't know if you can get on and cross over. I don't think you can. Maybe you can. I've never done that. And those are shovelers in the picture, and mute swans. And there's a duck flying over. There's a great feeding and roosting spot for all sorts of duck. That's very, very popular walkway. And I see dragonflies. Wow. And you get egrets and herons and kingfishers and all sorts of duck, especially in the winter time here. Grebes. I saw something out in the water there, but oh, there is something. Can't see from this distance what it is.
Got married because John's mother died 2 years ago, and they thought we can't have it here, not wise.
The duck.
Oh, I know it's a duck.
I know, I'm saying, what's the duck?
Oh, that's what I was zooming in on.
What is it?
I've no idea. It's on its own, so
Probably a mallard.
probably a mallard, but may not be. And this pier here was featured in Game of Thrones. Featured scene season 3, episode 1, and this is River Run Jetty. And it says it was 2012. There you go. Something more of interest down here. And they're doing a lot of tree planting over here. Not too sure who owns the other side of the Coyle. And I've got a few swans, cygnets, and on round the corner there's a spot where I saw 200 swans, and they were flying over my head, and it was unbelievable. This is 20 years ago. The swans are still here. On this point here, behind the ladies, is a jetty where coal and timber and whatnot was probably unloaded. There might be a wee plaque up that. This is us standing on the steamboat quay. And there's the swans, thinking that they're going to be fed.
Good one.
And there's one of the 2 bollards that are up here.
Hi,
And there's a plaque up on the wall to tell us all about this. Oh my goodness. Renovated to quay. Constructed in the 1830s by David Kerr, the then landlord of Downpatrick, to assist the operations of the County Down and Liverpool Steampacket Company. During the latter half of the century, timber was landed from sailing schooners arriving from the Baltic and Canadian ports. The Downpatrick Timber, Slate and Coyle Company Limited imported building materials, mainly slate, from North Wales from its formation in 1895 to 1920. The quay has not been used commercially since. So it quit operation in 1920. And we're just looking up this field full of sheep. And I don't think I've ever seen so many black sheep in a field at one time. And they're mixed up with the white sheep. Are they a different breed? I don't know. They're all over the place. I know nothing about sheep. They look different to me. They're all over the place. Is this something out of rare breeds? Who knows? There's old Clattermore. There's Mr. Duck quacking away. Well, we just walked back along the shoreline, and this is what we've got. There's a basin up here. Yeah, I wouldn't mind living in one of these houses now, overlooking the basin. And this is and there's bollards here too. So obviously the boats came up this distance as well. I was looking at them. There's bollards here too. So obviously the boats came up this distance as well.